Hello Gemini, this is going to be your yearly reading for 2026. My name is Marisol. Welcome to my channel. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All of the cards that I'm using will be in the bottom of the description. Let's begin. We're going to begin with 3 oracle message for your yearly reading for 2026. Let's ask the universe to give us a clear and concise message for Gemini. Yearly reading for 2026. We're also going to have an advice card at the end. All of the cards will be clarified. Woman holding heart. So there's someone that's holding your heart. A woman. That's what I get from that. We will clarify that. Yes, so you might be stuck on somebody, right? And don't know what to do. Let's ask the universe to give us a clear and concise message. Hopeless, sinking, despair, apart. That's the way you feel. Hopeless, sinking, despair, and falling apart. Let's ask the universe to give us, let's see what's blocking you. A fair and concise message for Gemini. A clear and concise message. What is blocking Gemini? Not being you. You're trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you. Be yourself. That's what's blocking you. Wow. All right. Let's start with January. Let's ask the universe to give us a clear and concise reading for Gemini for the year 2026. Please give us a clear and concise reading for Gemini. In January, the universe is reminding you that you are ready. You just have to be confident to manifest your desires, okay? In February, there is a victory, public recognition. This is at a job most of the time. We'll look deeper into that. The 6 of Cups, there's an energy of giving and receiving in March. But this could be that you're reminiscing on the past. In April, you're finding balance. Remember that when you're balanced, aligned with the universe, you're able to make the best decision for yourself. You're able to prioritize things. You're going to see that things start happening in synchronicity, right? In May, the universe is asking you to have patience, to go with the flow, to know that everything happens in divine timing, not in your timing. The King of Swords in June gathers information and then makes a decision, and this is you, Gemini. In July, remember that you are the Empress and you are like the Phoenix rising, okay? And so trust your intuition, trust your inner wisdom. Some of you may be pregnant, others of you may be very creative. Either way, trust your intuition, trust your inner wisdom. In August, you're moving on. This is bringing you peace, right? You might be relocating, you might be traveling. In September, you got the Queen of Rods, who is very passionate, very motivated. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She's a leader. It could be that in September you become very passionate, very motivated towards something. There is a celebration here in October. In November, you feel like there's a lack of, this could be a lack of money or a lack of love, a lack of spirituality. And in December, the universe is asking you to stand by what you believe in. Stand by your values and protect your energy. Let's see what your advice card is going to be. The advice card is saying that you are skilled. So very capable of doing what you want to do. At the bottom of the deck, yes, there's been a transformation, but at that transformation, in that change, you've gotten clarity. There's going to be a new beginning when it comes to love. And that could be the rebirth of an old love or the beginning of a new love. There's a woman holding your heart here. And this has been affecting your wealth and your health. Let's clarify this. But there's many opportunities coming your way. A lot of good luck, a lot of joy here. I like that. You are feeling hopeless, sinking in despair, feeling that you're falling apart. But the universe is saying that you're not hopeless. You're very handsome. You're very passionate. You're very motivated. There could also be an Aries energy that's coming your way. What's blocking you? You're not being you. You might want to retire. And this retirement is bringing in financial security. But for some reason, you're not expressing that. You're not doing that. Remember that you are skilled, right? The universe is reminding you that you're going in the right direction. And that was your advice. Let's begin clarifying your reading. You are the magician, so the universe is saying that you have all the tools that you need to manifest what you want, whether it's love, whether it's a job, whether it's a career, right? A business, right? But you have to be confident to manifest your desire. It's also the feeling here that you have infinite potential. You have a lot of good ideas. Put them out there. Surrender. There's an energy that you have to surrender, let go of, so that you could begin looking at things from a different perspective. And you could begin seeing that you are ready. And so, in February, there is a victory. And I feel like this victory, even though the wands usually have to do with a job, in your case, I feel like this victory has to do with your heart, with maybe grieving or being sad, right? So there's a victory here. So there's a new day. The sun has come out. There's success. There's clarity. There's abundance. You feel like you're grounded. That's in February. In March, you're reminiscing on the past, but you're also realizing that in love or in any other area of your life, you have choices. And so you're finding balance. And you're realizing that there's an abundance of, this could be an abundance of love or an abundance of money, right? But that you have to have a balance, right? A balance between giving and receiving. Let's clarify that card. You also have to trust your intuition, trust your inner wisdom. Know that everything happens in divine timing, not in your timing. And that was in April. In May, You got the Temperance card, which indicates that there's something that you're being patient about. You're going with the flow. You put an intention down, and in May, you're getting ready to harvest it because now you are balanced, right? And when you're balanced, you see things happening in synchronicity. In June, Gemini, you've gathered some information about this Queen of Wands who's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, somebody whom you may be interested in. And I feel like you're at a crossroads. You're asking yourself, do you want to ask this person out or no? Do you want to go out with this person or no? Maybe you may be between two people, right? You like the Phoenix rising. So trust your intuition, trust your inner wisdom. Have a plan when it comes to your creativity. You're moving on from a situation. You're taking action. And I definitely feel like you're moving on. You're taking action. You're finding that peace. You're finding that harmony. Right? And that is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in July. You might even be relocating and traveling. This energy keeps on coming out. It's an Aries energy. And this energy, this person, makes you feel stable. And I feel like you're celebrating that. That's in August. I'm sorry, that's in September, October, November, December. That's in September. So, you're celebrating something, but you're celebrating because you're at the end of a difficult situation, right? You no longer feel like you felt in the beginning with a broken heart, or grieving, or sad. And so, now it's time for that new beginning. You felt like there was a lack of, but if you feel like there's a lack of in the present moment in this relationship, I feel like you're going to communicate clearly what you want, or maybe you've already communicated to this person what you want in this relationship, Gemini. Stand by what you believe in, stand by your values, because that tower moment that you went through gave you a lot of clarity, right? Also protect your energy. I like that. So the advice is you're skilled, keep on going, you're going in the right direction, okay? Let's see what your Law of Attraction card says. Babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. Yes, they are. Here's a message. Even though you're only months old in your physical body, you are a very old and wise creator. Focus in that baby's body, and you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, the child could not be the creator of its own experience. But it is our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibration, which are the reason for what they attract, even from their time of birth. Let's see what your Dream Big, Manifest Big card says. Things often don't work out as planned. Let things appear just as they do, and be sure to notice how they unfold perfectly. I like that message for you. Let's see what your angel number is going to be. Let's Let's ask the universe to give us a clear and concise angel number for Gemini. Now remember, Gemini, that this angel number is not only going to give you more information about your reading, but it's also a positive message from someone that has crossed over. I will put this angel number down in the bottom of the description. 1616 has to do with readjustments. The 1, new beginnings. The 6 tells me that you're connected to your angels, to your spirit guides, but you need a readjustment. This also has to do with overcoming obstacles, soulmate, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. Everything will fall into place. Let's see what your crystal oracle card is going to be. Let's ask the universe to give us a clear and concise crystal oracle card for Gemini. Now remember, I will make a thumbnail of this crystal oracle card and I will put it in the bottom of the description. A thumbnail is just a small image of something which you could use on your video. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the bottom of the description. Also, this crystal oracle card is going to give you more information about your reading. Larimar. Number 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. Definitely telling me that you've been through an awakening, a rebirth, but you have evolved and you've gotten clarity. This has to do with water, ocean, and throat chakra, communicating clearly what you want. That definitely came out in your reading. You've gotten, let me get to your affirmation. Let's see what your affirmation is. I focus on my own progress and growth. Very good. We've gotten to the end of your reading. If this reading resonates with you, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. How did this reading resonate with you? You never know. You might be helping somebody out there with your comments. And so we're trying to form a community here to help each other, right? Please write down your comments if you have one. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence in my reading, and I hope to see you next time.